Hi traders, welcome back to another trade recap series. Alright, so I took a mean reversion trade on pound dollar just now. It was a long position, closed out the position for about 2.45, just call it 2.5, made over $6.9 thousand, about $7,000. So it was actually far below my expectation. I was expecting this to run for 15, to run for 20, 25k. But I just had to close out because I had to follow my rules, follow my principles, follow my plan. So let's straight jump onto the chart, and that's pretty much the setup. So let me just hide everything here. Let me see. So let me just hide everything here, and let's go through everything all over again. So if you look at the daily time frame, here, obviously we're still in an uptrend. Okay, why do I say it's an uptrend? The simple filter that I use to just define whether if the market is an uptrend or downtrend is the moving average. As long as the 20 is still above the 50, for me this is still a very healthy uptrend. Right now, yes, it seems like we're about to cross, but the 20 is still above the 50. So when 20 is above the 50, I will only be looking to go long because I want to lean towards the higher probability of outcome. Then I start dropping down to the, sorry, not yet. One thing I would like to highlight is on the weekly time frame, there's a multi-year support level. So let me just quickly draw this for you, and that will, I think that will really help you to see my perspective when I was taking this position. So weekly time frame, can you see that significant multi-year support? It was since 2016, 2017, 2019. So we just have tons of rejections around here from the past 6 to 10 years. All right, so then when I know the zone, the rough zone that I'm looking to trade, I'll start drop down to the lower time frame, like the daily chart. So if you look at the daily chart here, price is just right leaning under the 20 or the 50 EMA. So my initial thought process, my anticipation was we might expect to see price sort of just form some sort of double bottom or form some sort of rejection, pushing back above the EMAs. So that was my initial thought process. Then again, just understand that from the high time frame, I'm bullish bias on this one. Then I started dropping down to the 15-minute chart, and my entry level was technically based on here. Back in 7th of February, we got a nice strong downtrend. Okay, anything before that 7th of February was just in a very strong downtrend. So when did the market structure actually started to shift was when we see that the aggressive spike here on 8th of February. That was based on news, but again, get the aggressive spike. Ever since then, we've just never made it back to the low. The low was at 119.65. Did we able to come back to this low here? The answer is no. Right, ever since price have the strong break of structure there, it just never came back to this area. That's what makes me feel like, okay, we are probably near the bottom here. So what I want to see is a nice bull push, then we have a decent pullback. Can you see how this area just coincidentally match with this BOS area or break of structure area, come back for another retest, strong push. So for this time when price come back, the level that I'm interested to trade was the origin of all this bullish momentum. Where was the origin is, if you switch back to the 30-minute chart, is right around here. Why do I say that's the origin? That's because that was the proven high low. Okay, if I try to make it clear, the proven high low. Here we have lower lows, higher lows. Then guess what? We just never made it back to both these support area. So that's why I was relatively waiting for price to come back to see whether am I going to see some sort of reaction that I can look to trade around this area. Then my entry trigger is based on the 2-minute chart. Can you see how my analysis are quite complicated sometimes? It's not complicated, but I like to be extremely detailed when it comes to price action reading. I like to know the entire story from the weekly, daily, 4 hour, 1 hour, 15 minute, 2 minute before I pull on any trade. So price come back to this 119.95 zone. The confirmation that I need, or what the entry signal that I need, is some sort of double bottom. Here we have one double bottom. At the same time, we have tons of exhaustions here. Can you see that? We are sort of slowing down. That's exactly what I want to see if I'm looking to take any sort of counter trend trade. I do not want to see price sold off so aggressively. If I go long under that kind of condition, I'm basically just gambling. Alright, so waited for confirmation. Nice double bottom there. Then the last thing is just I waited for price to break through, pull back, had a buy limit order there. If I switch back on, then price sort of just push into my favor. Okay, held it overnight. This is quite a long position, honestly speaking. For 15 pip stops for a 2.45 hour, this actually lasted for over 22 hours. So it's not a very worth it position. Yes, still closed out for profit, still closed out for 7k, but I just don't think this is a very worth it position. So eventually price formed that bear flag. One of my biggest principles that every time when I'm looking to trade any sort of counter trend setup, I do not want to see a flag go against me, because a flag is a pattern that has proven over 60 to 70% of strike rate. I've tested flag a lot of times on many pairs for 3 to 5 years of data, so it's just not worth it to go against it. Then price eventually just smashed down. So I'm glad that I actually trailed my stops and I got tapped out there for 2.5R. If not, it would have been a loss. But it seems like price is forming a fake out here, coming back up, but I'll no longer look to trade until tomorrow. So that's it for the trade recap on this one. It's quite complicated for some of you, especially if you're new to price action trading. It's more of an advanced stuff, and it's really depending on how precise your entry is. So just as usual, to prove this my position, only one trade is taken today, pound dollar long 20 lots, closed out for 6.9k, and the main reason why I lost a couple $100 here, that was because of the swap fees and commissions. So that's it for the video today. If you like the series, if you like the trade recap, make sure you smash the like button, and please don't forget to subscribe and share with anyone else you think they would be interested to watch this. So trade safe, take care. Let me know in the comment section below what would you like me to talk about next time. I'll talk to you later. Bye bye.